You work so hard. You show up every day. You do what's expected of you. But deep down, you know the truth. One paycheck shouldn't decide how your life turns out. But what if your evenings meant progress? What if your weekends built freedom? What if your laptop became more than just a screen? This isn't about quitting your job. It's about giving yourself options. While others scroll, you start building. Quietly, consistently, and on your own terms. No pressure, no guessing. Just a clear system you can run after work, before work, or whenever life gives you a turn. That's what Goldmine on hustlesafrica.com is for.
Makasi ni watafute uongozi pamoja wasitafute.
Kweli una maana gani? Una maana wewe ni binadamu ya mavi ya kuku.
Mashamba yetu harambe.
Nguruwe kujikanga na mafuta yake. Na Afrika itakwisha.
Padani agosho. Ngai no mwega. Naende shode.
Wakati hiyo ilikuwa ukisema ngwe ndani ngwe.
Right, Ubongo, we live. We live. Ubongo, we live. Right, thank you. Hello there, people of the internet. My name is Udwojegero, and this is Political Headache coming to you live at 7:30 at the CBD of the city in the sun. When Al-Shabaab was attacking us of Diambo, you remember, they used to say, just poke our eyes. We will come to the city of glasses and you will say...
You have made that comedy.
So I want to welcome everybody that is joining us. Diambo, this tie is too tight. I am feeling horrible.
You're not used to English.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, I will say hi to the people that are joining us. We already have 86 to 100 people joining us already. The Alchemist H8T is saying waiting. Thank you very much for joining us. Odiambo Liners already in the house waiting. Thank you very much. Okay. Steve is saying political headache. Thank you very much. Ivan is saying hello Jagero and Odiambo. Niko Ndani from Roraka. Thank you very much from the Roraka. Evening guys, live from Hindi town in Lamu. I imagine that is a place in Lamu, yeah? Hindi in Lamu. Then we have Ratego tune in from Nakuru, Kenya. Good evening, people of the internet. And good evening, UDA aspirant Nyakach constituency. Tuesday. Did not Tuesday. Okay, I think he's saying that there was a lackluster Tuesday. It is not like Tuesday, Ile Raila.
No.
It is important that these people of Kenya start giving us respect as Nine Lords. When we say we are going to the street, we actually show up. Gachagua is always having a large crowd all over the country, gallivanting, but those people cannot show up in the CBD. What is wrong with you Kikuyus? You're gonna show us something, yeah? You're gonna show up or ship out.
They're afraid. Very afraid.
Very afraid. Even Kenyans did not show up. Yeah, okay. So anyway, I did not even know. It was very difficult to know. We drove into town and there was virtually nobody in town. Gachagua can talk hard, but he can't come at the police hard. He needs to.
Yeah, but I think I saw some 3 people who are...
3 people?
Carrying placards.
Those are 3 people, bro.
They were arrested even before archives.
Just around archives.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, Jagero. Raila Rip. Because of the lackluster demonstration, somebody saying Raila Rip.
Raila rest in peace.
Okay, seated and waiting. Yesterday was fire. Tuned in from Nyahururu. Thank you very much. Yesterday we have to revisit it today because yesterday was actually fire. We had a lot of fun with the gentleman from the UDA, and for the first time somebody came out very clear to everybody the reason why they were going for zoning on the Ambo. I hope that you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We're having 165 people already here, and our topic today is very, very interesting. We are talking about IEBC and what happens actually at the IEBC on the voting day. a lot of people have told me that they're building systems that's going to be tracking and checking what IEBC is doing millisecond by millisecond. And one of those people are in the room today. Mister, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, our internet is lagging. I don't know the reason why, but I'm hoping that's going to be better. At some point, I can see that I'm lagging. I hope the people are not making noise. Jagero ukisema ngwe tuko ndani. Yeah, the internet is lagging on my side. I don't know why it is lagging, but the people have not started making
the noise.
Jagero ukisema ngwe tuko ndani, Kikuyu show up or ship out. That's true. That's what I'm telling the Kikuyus today, that ile Wajaluo wamekuwa wakifanya ni kazi ngumu sana. So I don't know why people like Odhiambo decided that now they're not going to go to the streets. Odhiambo, nyinyi kama Wajaluo, mbona pana enda street? No, it is genuinely, you're the one who uses that word.
Yeah, genuinely, sure.
Genuinely. No. Why are you not going to the streets? It's important that you go to the streets.
No, we can't go to the street. Enough of the street protest.
Really?
Why are we going to the street? What's the problem? The fuel question was already sorted. Within minutes.
Come on.
This is exploiting political capital, which is unfair. Don't you understand? Why are you going to the street? Because of petrol prices. But it was 217 or something. It was reduced immediately within the day.
To what?
To 196.
And where was it before 196?
Are we behaving like we are living in...
It was around 170 something.
Yeah, 170 something.
176.
I mean, we all appreciate that there is a problem somewhere in Middle East. Trump is bombing those guys. And those guys is affecting their production. And automatically, the prices will go up. Let's not behave like fools.
Yeah.
I love politics, but let's not be foolish politicians. Yeah, we must accept that these are normal occurrences.
So what is the gripe of the Tuesday people? They were like, take it back to where it was before. What is actually going on?
They're asking for reduction of fuel prices, but it was already done. So how far much lower should it go? It is trying to squeeze water out of a stone. It's not going to happen. I mean, let's be sensible. I think for me that is my
The internet is really disturbing us here. It is really, really messing us. The internet today is not very, very good. I wonder what is going on. And the problem is that if we stop it, what does he say?
Bunga, what's going on?
The internet is a bit. It's been like that the whole day.
It's dangerous if it's been like that the whole day.
It's been like that the whole day. That's really, really bad. Because now, what are we going to do with the people of the internet? They're here to listen to us, and we are at 140 people. Ruur Jagero, yesterday was late. It completely altered my perception of Her Excellency Gladys Wanga. I will henceforth be one of her greatest defenders.
Thank you.
Nasona is too honest. Siasa dwaroja poka.
Very good. At least one convert.
Siasa dwaroja poka.
One convert a day.
Okay, that is good. Odhiambo today inject. Your podcast is on and off. Please work on the technical challenges. People of the internet, we are having problems with the internet. We are having serious problems with the internet, and we are hoping that it is going to stabilize at some point. Obunga, do you have faith? Huh?
You don't.
You don't have faith that's gonna network is bullshit.
So we stabilize it first. Oh, okay.
Yeah, during VAR it was very, very good actually. During VAR, Jagero, kwani unatumia Zuku Wi-Fi. The thing is, this is Safaricom Wi-Fi. We are paying an arm and a leg, 300 Mbps. Kwani, what is the problem with Safaricom? Kwani if I was Safaricom wanataka aje? Kwani sisi ndo tufanye aje ndo tukue na internet?
Bit most.
Ama Ruto nakatia sisi internet. We are going to start blaming Ruto for everything. But I think now it is coming. It's coming.
It's coming. The quality is not very good, but it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. We are 200 people watching, so it's. I just wanna say what people are saying. Obunga, Naomi is shouting Obunga. Naomi, I don't know where you decided.
Mtu amesema Jagero. Vata ya yellow nitume kitu kwa till number. Let her tie.
Kwani lazima nivae yellow ndo wanipatie pesa? Unajua shida ya Wakenya ni kutopeana pesa. Hii ni shida ya Wakenya hii. Hii scarcity mentality ya Wakenya hii wa sisi tunaangalia till hakuna kitu. Raila lilia yake yote bana. I don't know people of the internet if you remember.
Those guys were serving Raila a lot of disrespect.
Yeah.
They didn't like him.
Yeah, but you see serikali haikuwa yake.
No, ilikuwa serikali ya pembe mbili.
Pembe mbili. Serikali ya nusu mkate.
Yeah, pembe mbili. Lazima wape Raila right. I think I didn't like the guy though. It was just genuine. Mbona mnanipatia kapet nusu?
Alafu PC ametoroka.
Bandera.
Nimeweka mahali nakaa kama choo hivi anaangalia.
Hata choo prime minister.
This thing is now working, bwana. I think it is now working. Obunga sindio? It's not okay. It's not okay. People of the internet, we want to welcome you to the political headache this today. Yesterday was really, really fun. And I want to give my guest an opportunity to say his name, what he does, what he's very passionate about. That would be very, very nice to start from.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jagero. My name is Sami Opio.
Okay.
Yes, I'm an IT expert.
Okay.
Software engineer. So I deal mostly with softwares and web applications. So on the space, I've been in the space for like over 7 years.
Okay.
In tech. And tech transit. Yeah, so the way tech is running now is very more different.
Okay.
Like the days behind. So now we are trying to a bit learn on, let's say, the things that how AI work,
okay,
how it can help our lives, how it can reduce maybe cost in our workplace and all that. So in short, I'm a tech person, software engineer at Shanfix Technology. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
I want to, the people of the internet, the reason why we invited the gentleman today is that we want to understand IEBC.
Yes.
From A to Z, or as the English say, or as the Americans say, A to Z.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And a lot of people have always wondered, you remember the issue of open the server. We want to know what is in there.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we want to do, people of the internet, is for him to explain to us the tech behind IEBC, how it works. Is it hackable? And if somebody is hacking IEBC, how do they hack it? Yeah. Okay? And according to what we know right now, how do you prevent somebody from hacking the IEBC? There is also something that is also going on that is, as I told Odhiambo before, that a lot of people are trying to see, to duplicate, for lack of a better word, duplicate IEBC, so that IEBC has no monopoly of what is going on in the August elections next year.
Yeah.
A lot of people are building something that's going to be tracking IEBC. So you want to see how that happens. But before I go back to Odhiambo, because I want to discuss issues that are cropping up, especially what we call political temperatures at the show, I want you to summarize for us what IEBC looks like. Is it something that you look at and you say, this is built well from the ground, or this is built on sand, and anybody who has got a bulldozer can actually come, raise it to the ground, and see what is inside it? How does it look? As a tech guy, does it give you hope as a Kenyan that, look, we are going to have votes counted, we are going to cast our votes next year, and it is going to be okay. Don't worry. You can vote, go sleep, knowing that tomorrow IEBC will announce the results. Those are results that are going to be there.
Okay. Thank you again, Jagero. So
you can push for him the mic a little bit next to him.
Yeah. Okay. So in tech, we have three things.
Okay.
In terms of the software, we have what we call the front end part of it. That's what now you see. Okay. On the IEBC, let's say most of their website or their systems. So we have the front end part, then we have the back end. So the front end part of the IEBC is well built. It's okay. We don't have issue with that.
Okay.
People can access their data, and also you can access any other data that you want. Let's say if you want to check, let's say those people who have registered as voters, they give you that data. So that is well captured, and that is where okay. Then we have the backend. So now the backend, this is where now the server and the databases are.
Okay.
So this is where now the issue normally comes in. So when we talk of the backend, we talk of now the backend system, how the backend system operates.
Okay.
The servers now, how the servers operate and how the databases operate. So on the backend, this is where all files are stored.
Okay.
now the server. Then we have the database. The database, this where all the data now are being stored there.
I imagine that is the name of Odhiambo Tieno is saved. That is where Udur Jagero is saved.
Yeah.
Wanasema Udur Jagero sasa anapiga kura Nyakacha ama anapiga Kisauni Mombasa.
So you see on the database, that's where all the data are saved. Your name, your ID number, your location, your polling station, where you're voting.
Okay.
So it's stored on the database.
Okay.
So it's like when you enter maybe an office, you will find there is a rack somewhere for storing files. So that's the database. It works like that. So how safe is your storage, your file storage? Can somebody enter through the door and just open the cabinet and pick a file? So that's where the issue is.
Okay.
You see?
And so now you as a high level techie, when you look at the architecture of IEBC and the men and women that were involved in laying the groundwork, I'm not sure whether IEBC as a website and the whole architecture is scrappable, and you can actually see the entire shebang of it, or you can see a picture of it, because sometimes I'm thinking that we don't. I think even IEBC, when it was being done, is something that is being copied from somewhere.
Yeah.
So you have an idea of how IEBC or systems like IEBC generally work. Do you think that we have the best?
As per now, we don't have the best because you see IEBC in terms of how the system works in the back end.
Is a bit low, yeah. Very good.
Okay, so when you look at maybe the architect of the back end side,
okay,
when you talk about the databases and the servers, so that's where our issue is. There's an opaqueness there. You don't know how many people access. Normally, when you access a server, it should have, let's say, give how many people are accessing the server as we speak. Are they authorized member, or are they given permission to access the server at this point? So if we have that opaqueness of how many people are allowed to access the server backend, how many people are allowed to make changes in the server, how many people are allowed to do 1, 2, 3. So that's the issue. And also, in IEBC, it's a public thing. So where they are hosting maybe their data, where their data centers are located. So we need to know that as citizens.
Do we know that? Do we know that as citizens where the...
As per now, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. So you see, by that, you don't know who has it, where they're being hosted. Are these people able to access the back end of this system?
Okay.
Are they able to alter things? So if we don't know that, then if now we say that we are going to vote, now we are voting on a dark.
Okay.
If you're voting now,
okay,
and then there is somebody behind who will maybe pick your vote, alter. Let's say you vote for maybe candidate A.
Okay.
And there is candidate ABC. Yeah, you vote for Odhiambo in Kabondo. Then there is somebody behind it who will change it from Odhiambo to Sami. How did this person end up changing the vote? Did he have authority to do that? Who are the people who are mandated to make changes or access the server at that particular day of election?
Okay.
Where our data are being stored. Let's say like the databases. There are those people who are responsible for the database, and they can access the database and change the data inside the database. Are they people who are trusted?
Okay.
These things, they are not like they will just happen by themselves without any other person accessing. So if, let's say, we assume now that we are going to vote, maybe our server is somewhere in the United States. There are people there, there are employees there. Are they allowed to access our backend?
Okay.
Do we know them? Of course, we don't know.
Okay.
So there have been a bit of mistrust between the IEBC and the people.
Okay.
So that's how you find, let's assume like the last year's election, it's 2022. When Raila moves to court that his election was stolen, there were a lot of issues on the server. There were a lot of opaqueness on the server side. It means that these servers, maybe at one point, we don't know, but we're saying that maybe at one point, there might be somebody who is able to access the back-end part of it. And being that we can have that, it's giving us, like, it's a challenge on us. We can't trust that this person who is on the back will do justice to now to us, the citizen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want us, people of the internet, I want us to talk about, we will come back to the issue of IEBC and what the gentlemen are building. There is also a gentleman called Mr. Bismarck. Mr. Bismarck, who is out of camera. Mr. Bismarck, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Jagero, and thank you for hosting me here.
Okay. Great. What do you think about IEBC as a techie?
Well, IEBC by definition is an independent body.
Okay.
That of course, given the trust by Kenyans and of course the Kenyan government to run elections and of course tally the results, and finally they they announced the final results winner. So IEBC is just a way through which the Kenyans at large are able to access or to practice their democratic right. They're able to vote. And from the voting process, they should be able to see how the votes are being tallied. And throughout to the time when now they are able to get who is the winner of that particular seat. Either it's from presidential election to the MCA level.
Okay.
Yes.
There is a question I want to ask you, because Justin Muturi, who was a very big player in the Uhuru Ruto government, actually came out, went to court and demanded that the entire spreadsheet of IEBC, for lack of a better word, be published for the people to see. When he said that, as a techie, what is the interpretation that you had about why he wants the spreadsheet to be published to the people of Kenya?
Yeah, that is very. It's a very important concern from that particular politician. Because we believe, I think within a span of, an election, it's a cycle. And especially with the nature of the Kenyan election, it's that after every 5 years, we do have an election, a general election for all the political seats. So when such a politician has that demand of asking of the publication of their voter register, or that is the updated voter register, in tech, it is also a matter of concern, because ideally, there's a lot that can happen with that database if it is not checked on. So it is very important that such information should actually be put on public notice so that we're able to know from the previous election and to the current time that we are in. There are people who have left the voter register, maybe in terms of death or any case, but most cases usually death. So it must be a matter of concern to all people, of course, Kenyans of goodwill, that the voter register must be published, because what we are saying from the tech side, there's a lot that can happen with that particular data. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to go back to Odhiambo. Yesterday we were here and we had a big laugh about, first of all, how are you doing?
Amazing as usual.
Your party leader is in Rome giving a very good speech about Kenya, and is telling Kenyans that they should not actually believe in the news that they consume on social media. And I wonder why your party leader was categorical that Kenyans in the diaspora shouldn't be watching news. Because I have a feeling that, Gachagua has been going live almost 5 times a day and is spewing a lot of what the president might not like. Why don't you allow, because we don't have media in Kenya, so where are we listening to? Citizen is the only one that is left standing. Everybody else is Kitako.
If you go to the register of political parties, you will find that I'm not a member of any political party. Yeah.
But I think you are the one who said here.
Yes.
I think you and Mundalo were the one saying here that you can argue facts as much as you want.
Yes.
But the people have made up their mind.
So you've made up your mind and you've assigned me a part.
The people, and they know. Even if you ask the people of the internet right now, people of the internet, tell me Odhiambo's party. Odhiambo's party. You tell me Odhiambo's party, people of the internet, and they will start typing Odhiambo's party.
You've already branded me.
No, I did not brand you.
Who's my party leader? Who's my party leader?
No, I cannot say because now I've asked a question.
No, I'm asking you.
No. We have to now listen to them. And we will go back to what they have said. And then let them tell us. People of the internet are asking.
Maybe I think you've been supporting the president's party so much.
No, I've never supported the president's party.
No,
I'm only supporting the president.
But the people of the internet.
I'm only supporting the president, not the president's party. Don't mix the two.
But you see, if you support me, people will associate you with.
Yeah, rightly so.
With what I'm doing.
I'm not a member of UDA. I'm not a member of ODM. I'm not a member of Jagiro's party. I am partyless. Yeah, because I don't want to be politically exposed in terms of political party registrations.
Okay.
That's when you can be, objective.
Fair enough. But what did you think about what the gentleman was talking about in as far as zoning is concerned? Because those clips, people of the internet, are really, really good. If you are wondering what we were talking about yesterday, we were actually talking about zoning in ODM. And we had an ODM insider coming here and talking to us and telling us that, look, this is what is happening. This is why we are afraid. And we believe that UDA is going to wipe us out of existence. Should we actually decide to allow UDA to be fielding candidates in ODM strongholds?
I think the gentleman was very honest.
Yeah.
And people love honesty. In fact, even those people who disagree with the nature of Governor Wanga's politics love the honesty of the brother. So many people who I even met offline were saying that is one of the best honest interviews that they've ever watched.
Okay.
And I felt satisfied with the answers he gave. I think he looks at it from his standpoint. His 6, which is my 9, was looking very good. And if I sit in his position, I would see the same issues the same way he was looking at them. So yeah, it was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I like him. We need to invite him again and ask him some.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. The votes are in. Odhiambo is UDA. Odhiambo is UDA. Odhiambo is UDA.
Which one?
I don't.
But anyway, I gave you a yellow tie. I hope you joined the UDA party. I've still not joined.
See, that is the thing. You know the way they say that I'm not there, but I am with you in spirit. Sisi ndo wale wenye wanakaa kwa fence.
I think Vincent Chipatuka says the right thing. Odhiambo is objective, but he's a sympathizer with Ruto and UDA by extension. I think that is more objective. I agree. Yeah, I'm not fully.
Yeah, Odhiambo is a ranking member of UDA.
Ranking, bro. Ranking. Hey, Jaga. Apana.
Yeah, they've said that. Hey. Jenga is saying Odhiambo is a ranking member of
ranking
UDA.
Is too high.
His favorite color is yellow. He can't run away from that. Okay, that is fine.
But you hate Raila, so that means you're a UDA member.
I don't hate Raila. Okay,
you dislike him.
Yeah, I dislike Raila. I was never a supporter of Raila. I will never be a supporter of Raila. The things that he stood for, I do not like, so that is the thing. But you see, when your grandfather finally takes off and goes away, I have learned that I need to tone down my dislike for a man that has passed on.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's good manners.
The men that have passed on, we let them go in peace. And we don't judge them too much because there are situations that Raila was that I think if I were put in those situations, probably I would
act the same way.
I would act the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, I would let Odhiambo stand in Kabondo, which Raila would never do.
You
still have a long way.
Support Chama.
Support
yende mbele.
That's what you say. Support Chama
twende mbele kwanza.
Okay. Kenya security apparatus is facing a striking paradox. While it has earned international praise for dismantling criminal gang networks in Haiti, it is struggling to contain a surge in gang activity at home. A crisis that Interior Cabinet Minister Kipchumba Murkomen says is being fueled by politicians. And I agree with him that this is being fueled by politicians. He was also saying that a lot of people that were attacking Uzotsi actually in Kisumu have since fled the country to a known destination.
They are not in Kenya. That is true. I was in Kisumu the last week, yeah? And I tried to find out, these people, they're not there. And you know, it's always been a norm. I don't know if you're aware. It's always been a norm in Kisumu that mtu akigonga sanga, they then take off to Tanzania. So Tanzania is always the safest harbor where they run to, or they go to Kakira in Uganda, where they just cross the border walking, like normal residents. Then they use the buses, they go the other side.
They go the other side.
Yeah, so they hide for some time, Jagero, for about 5-6 months.
Then they come back.
I've even seen circumstances where it was so alleged that some people murdered some people, yeah? Then they escaped by the border, went and took 2 years, then they started coming back slowly. Like there's this one who was alleged to have murdered somebody in Eastlands. I don't remember, Jack Bamboo.
Yeah.
Jack Bamboo, the wife died in mysterious circumstance. But then when they were trying to track him, the car was found somewhere in Narok or whatever. That means he was taking the trajectory of Tanzania again. Okay. So they always escape Tanzania, then they come back. They'll just come back when the thing has
settled. Have quieted down. Yeah. And given that they are friends of politicians, there won't be a lot of problems. People of the internet, there was Tuesday, Tuesday, but there wasn't much of Tuesday.
It was quite a Tuesday.
It was lackluster. A lot of people are saying that it was lackluster.
People will understand shortly that political mobilization, Raila was skilled in what he was doing. He knew, he understood. And I think he's the only person who operated extra constitutional as compared to the rest of the politicians. Power is also mobilizing your believers to go into the street and respect what you're asking them. Is that thing too hot?
Yeah, it is. You should not have done this. That's now good.
They're not used to ties.
Nyakaj is hot and humid and dry.
Anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You saw that there was no much activity. There was a trial here and there, pockets. But many people are also sensible in Kenya. Of course, I can see some people saying, hey, Odhiambo is exaggerating this issue of fuel. The fuel prices has been exaggerated. Of course, there are questions, undeniable, of pricing. Because why should half of the fuel price be from taxes that collected by the government? I think we can tone it down because there are so many levies that's levied on the fuel. We can do better because we are levying so much fuel. Then again, we are saying that you have to pay for using some particular roads in the future. I mean, it's almost triple taxation. And the tax regime in this country will change one day. It may not be with this regime, but it has to change one day.
I think as Kenyans, as Kenyan government and as Kenyans, we need to find a way of making sure that we collect enough taxes, but not overtaxing the people that are already in the tax bracket.
Do you know something that happened sometimes back in the ancient London or ancient United Kingdom called window tax? Window tax. Now, window tax was if you had 10 windows and above, you were paying for the extra window that was above 10. So the 11th window, 12th, 13th, 14th. And then there's something that came to happen in London and generally the UK. Guys started blocking out windows. So they were basically taxing the rich. You know, taxes is the most silly way, in my view, of getting money from the people. May I believe in government investments. Let's invest major in our biggest natural resources like the lake, like the wind power that we have, like electricity. And then we export it and get money. This over-privatization of public resources.
Let's look for our oil.
Let's look for our oil. Like today, I hope you're aware that in Parliament, something was happening. Can I reveal to you? And Parliament needs to be very careful. They're doing something nonsensical. There was this thing about parliamentarians discussing provision of a 10-year tax waiver for petroleum companies that will do exploration of oil in Turkana. Somebody's agenda is being pushed.
Tax waiver.
Tax waiver. Which means if you're going to explore...
For 10 years, it's a lot.
10 years.
What does exploration here mean?
Exploration,
to get a little...
exploration and extraction. Exploration is trying to find out. Then starting to extract the oil.
And then there is no tax on it.
There's no tax on it. So it's a waiver. So basically, you're obtaining the oil for free and taking it to Mombasa, then shipping it up because we don't have a refinery here. Unless we refine it in Nigeria, which is the other side. It's too far. Yeah. It's quite a problem, and Kenyans must start asking very difficult questions of these parliamentarians. There's some bills that are being passed in Parliament which are crazy. Like this one, I think it's crazy. Because if it goes out at zero tax,
because what
it must come back.
What is the justification?
I don't know.
What is the justification for giving those tax
is-
waivers?
If people are going to pay tax, rich people have a stupid tendency of tax evasion. They make us, the not so rich people pay a lot of tax. But them, they evade. Because for them, 1 shilling means 1 billion. Because 1 shilling means they have multiplier products.
Yeah.
Like when I use glasses or when I use Colgate or whatever. So 1 shilling means 1 billion. For us, 20 bob doesn't mean anything much. Yeah. And we must stop these guys from doing this. So Parliament was doing that today. It is something that we've taken note of. And yeah, there's also the issue of the Miwani issue. You know the issue of Miwani? There is Miwani is a sugar factory in Miwani that the land was donated to the government in trust so that they could establish an economic, they could establish a factory that then the farmers would grow sugarcane in the nucleus or is owned by the community. So this land cannot be transferred to a private person. Yeah. But in the privatization recently and the leasing, there's some farm there that has gotten this land, the nucleus, the public land. And that is wrong. There's been a big issue around it. And there was a listening that happened today in Parliament by the Lands Committee.
Yeah,
there's a big scandal happening actually there, and someday soon we'll discuss it, between Kipchimchim Sugar Limited and the people of Muhoroni.
Yeah, your party leader should take note. Anyway, Ismail Said, a Somali national with ties to Kenya. Ismail Said, a Somali national with ties to Kenya, has skipped court. The gentleman, if you remember the gentleman that was 1.4 billion Minnesota fraud. Somali suspect with Kenya ties flees.
He flees from Kenya.
He
from the
skipped
US.
court and he said to be on the run amid the ongoing 1.4 billion fraud case in Minnesota, US.
This thing you should tell us.
Mr. Said is charged with conducting the biggest fraud scheme in Minnesota history through false medical billing. The 50-year-old Somali national was a no-show to his pre-trial court hearing in Hennepin County, Minnesota. As a result of this, he has forfeited his 19 million unconditional bond.
He's going to jail. They're going to catch him. In America, you cannot escape.
Yeah, it is very difficult for you to escape.
So he escaped from the United States.
No, he did not show up.
He did not show up. And when you don't show up in court, then you forfeit your bond.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why you place a bond or a bail is so that in the instance you don't show up, they take that bond. Even one missing without a proper explanation, they take it and they keep you in jail. So they're going to catch him, he's going to go to jail.
Yeah,
I'm interested though, how did this guy orchestrate this 1.4 billion?
There was something that you wanted to ask, Mr. Sami.
You need to tell us this. How does, because there's once a very powerful gang in Kenya called Fokbombo. Do you know about them?
Fokbombo?
Yeah.
No, I'm not really.
Fokbombo was one of the most powerful gangs. It was established by one gentleman who was a former DCI officer who actually established the cybercrime, along Kiambu Road. And he went ahead to organize hackers. He was the one who was in charge of catching the bad guys. Yeah. Then he went ahead to organize with the bad
Having
guys.
Found them.
Say
that let's do business.
Let's do business instead of arresting.
On the internet, there's a lot of business.
Yes.
On the front end and also on the back. So on the back, these are the dark webs.
Yes.
So on the dark webs, there are a lot of illegal business happenings there, and people make a lot lot of money, billions.
So what dark web, for example?
So in the dark web, there are a lot of things that are being
Can
sold.
I get an
there.
iPhone 17?
You can.
At how much?
But I wonder why Odhiambo is talking about such a low-hanging fruit.
But now
that's
iPhone,
really low-hanging.
iPhone.
In the dark web, we don't talk about $1,200.
Yeah.
We talk about?
No, we are talking about millions of dollars.
Millions. And again, in the dark web, there are those items that are being sold there.
Like
see,
a car?
Phone, you can get it from a shop in town.
Like I can get
car, you can get it from.
Which is the biggest bank in Kenya? SoftBank in the world. SoftBank, right? SoftBank is probably one of the biggest banks in the world. And they can
Citibank. Let's say Citibank.
Yes, Citibank, and they can get you everybody that is a client there, and they can sell you that data.
Yeah. So what happened in the dark web?
Yeah.
You can actually buy like.
Your news again is very far away from you. There is fine.
Yeah. You can actually buy credit cards. You see, there are people losing credit cards.
Yeah.
So you lose maybe your credit card in the US. There are these hackers. They pick your credit card. They go and hack it. Maybe it has like maybe $1 million shillings on it. So you assume you've never transferred that money, but now there is somebody somewhere who have hacked your card and is selling it there.
Yeah.
So because you are in the United States, this money can't be withdrawn in the United States. So now you from Kenya, now you can buy that. So there are a lot of things that are happening on the dark web. There are a lot of
can I ask
maybe
can I ask you a question?
dark things.
This is the time we talk about wash big time here, and we discussed about carding.
Yeah.
So there are those who steal cards and sell to some Kenyans.
Yeah.
Who are able then to deduct the money.
Yes.
So how do they deduct the money? Do they do it through Bitcoin?
So you can do that via Bitcoin, or you can. Let's assume you have the card. Then I have the online platform for maybe selling laptops. Then my online selling platform has maybe a card checkout.
Okay.
So I can come and maybe buy goods worth 1 million shillings. Then I check out with that card. With that card, I will only need to put the card number and the VCV number. So if I put that, then that money will be. So I'm assuming that we have made this deal with you. So intendedly, I don't want to purchase those products. I just want to
give you the money.
Pretend that I'm buying, so the money will come to you.
Then
in terms of, then you withdraw, then we get our share.
Then when the arrest comes?
No, the arrest, normally it's a bit opaque in this way. These cards are normally not cards from people within the same country. They are cards, so maybe they are being stolen from the United States and is being sold here in Kenya.
I know somebody who's doing carding. Okay.
Very interesting. So this gentleman...
So that is a very big distance. So the person in the US will just see maybe there is a transaction that I have.
So let me ask you, just before we read this, let me ask you, this gentleman is accused of having siphoned $1.4 billion from the US government.
1.4 billion Kenyan shilling.
4 billion Kenyan shillings from the US system. How does that happen? US has the best system so far.
You know, in every system there is a fallout.
Okay.
In every system.
So there's no system which is unhackable. Yeah,
even if you come with a big and a beautiful and well-secured system at this time, at a given point you will find that there are other people who their job is that to study your system and to find ways on how they can penetrate to your system. Okay. So they can penetrate either technically or non-technical. So let's assume that this guy, let's say like SHA.
Yes.
How are people stealing in SHA? It's not technical. They just fake papers.
Yeah, it's just faking.
Yeah,
it's called
inflated
invoices.
Yeah.
Fake invoices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't penetrate through a technical way that they are hacking the system.
Just manipulate the system.
They just manipulate the system.
And it's built, I think that system could be built just to do that anyway.
Yeah, and also you see these people who are building system, also like on a government systems or maybe systems of the institutions, there are other people with a different intended purpose.
Yeah.
This system maybe was built to do task A, and maybe there is a big boss inside that organization that wants to do maybe an alternative thing.
Can I ask him a question? 104 billion. Was this money used to build the system? And in reality, how much money do you need to build a system like SHA? If you are the one to be given, you studied it.
I've studied SHA.
Yeah.
SHA cost was too high in terms of building the system.
Assuming that 104 billion was meant to build the system.
That's a lot.
So it can't, 104 is too much. How much money do you need to build SHA?
It's too much. Let's assume, you see now in Kenya, the government and the people within Kenya, we don't trust like the resources that we have. In Kenya, we have a lot of developers that can build that system even twice the capacity of the system that we have.
Like James Ayugi.
Yeah, we have a lot of tech people. We have a lot of tech people who can do a lot. But now we pretend that they are not qualified, they are not the best. So we tend to go and find other people outside. So you see, when somebody goes to find another person outside, he will factor in the cost of that person and his own cost.
So how much
as a factor?
How much put a figure on it. How much ideally would it cost you if you're given that contract? Factoring in your 30% profit plus the cost of production.
You see, when you want to develop a system, you must come up with, let's say, the structures of the system and the costing and the budget. So, assuming that I don't have now, but the cost that it was done, if it was done locally, it will have cost maybe half the price.
Yeah. Half the price. That's 500 million.
Yeah.
So 500 million, I still feel is too high.
You see,
But
there are also other things that are involved.
Okay, like
when you want to develop a system, you will not develop it as single person.
Yeah, of course.
You will need maybe a team of tech people.
You need cloud. You need cloud charges.
You need servers. You need you need maybe you need to buy databases. You need servers. You need all this infrastructure put together. Then also you need to study the magnitude of the system. So the magnitude of the system will tell you how much in terms of space do you need to host this kind of a program. So all those put together will give you the factor cost.
So if you put a figure on it, you're saying 500 million.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
Or maybe less than
that. But something we also have to understand is that the 100 and something billion was actually, I think, in 10 years. It was not a one-off thing.
What was it in 10 years?
They will have to look after the system. They'll have to look at the system and support the system for all those years.
Those ones are normally called maintenance
charges.
Yeah, because now the system maybe there is an error on the system. The IT guys have to check it. There have to be people on the system maybe on the daily basis to make sure that the system is running smoothly. The system is connected to the database. Everything is responding to the database correctly, the queries and all that. The server, all the files are being transmitted to the server and are being stored there. So there have to be people checking and maintaining this system.
Okay. Fair enough. I think we can now go to the meat of our conversation today.
Yes, we can pivot.
I think that is fine. People of the internet, we have a board here. And I think the gentleman will now come over here and sit here.
Obunga, is he mic'd?
No, he's going to carry the mic.
He's going to carry the mic.
Obunga, you can just unscrew the mic so that he can carry the mic. Yeah? You can carry the mic. And then, my brother, you can just hold the mic and carry it as you talk. One of the things that I want to ask you is to take us through the architecture without taking us into the server.
Yeah.
The people of the internet want to understand.
How is the IEBC looking like?
What does it look like? For me, I'm very interested in, tuko na mlolongo tunapiga kura.
Yes.
What happens until we have a result?
For the presidential vote.
For presidential vote.
That's the most important.
Because I think that is the most important thing.
The rest
but
are just
also,
counted there.
yeah, but it means that when we're talking about the presidential date, Peter, we're okay? We're fine? Very, very good. You can come and sit here, my brother, and then the gentleman can take us through. So you can basically draw it for us, yes.
Yes. So maybe before he illustrates what we have in the board, then maybe we have to tell people what that is all about.
Yes, please.
But we are going to go back to this.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to this. We first of all want to understand the IEBC. Okay. Once we have understood the IEBC, then we will go into what you guys are trying to build. Okay. I think that's a better way. Yeah. So do you want to be the one doing it, explaining to us the IEBC?
No, you can explain.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come in to explain what is on the board.
Okay. So my brother, you can actually draw it for us. You can stand the other side so that people can see you.
There. Just come this side. A little. Come this side.
Yeah.
Again, that's good. I think. Obunga, you good? Good. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for that session.
Yeah.
So whatever we have here, because I think briefly, I think that's why Sami wanted to do an introduction.
Okay.
What the people of the internet, as you call them, what they need to know is that the platform that we are about to share is more AI powered. It's actually purely AI. And that's why we are writing some of the AIs that we have developed. We have trained by ourselves to do certain tasks on the platform that we have.
Okay, but then and I totally agree with that. But this people will understand this better once we've explained what IEBC looks like.
Right. Yes.
Because this without IEBC we have no this.
Yes.
We don't have this. So first of all, we need to understand how
the infrastructure
IEBC
that IEBC runs on.
Yes.
So can I come in and
yes. I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
And then you can pick it, because you remember you were the one that was explaining last time.
Come sit here.
You can come and sit. Yeah.
Okay. So
you have to make sure that this was very close to you, so that it picks for the people.
Speak a little bit louder.
Yes, a little bit louder.
Yeah.
So is my voice okay?
Yes. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have the IEBC.
Okay.
This is where all the elections happen. They collect all this data, tally, and give us the result. So first, before IEBC gives us the result, they have employees, and these employees are in various polling stations. So we have maybe, let's say, polling station here.
Okay. That is Kasipul Kabondo.
This is Kasipul Kabondo.
Which ward of the Ambo?
That is, let's say, Kolwen Kingsway.
Kolwen Kingsway is primary.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is Kolwen. So Kolwen polling station.
Okay.
So in Kolwen, there is a Kim's kit here. There is a Kim's kit. Let me draw that. So there is a Kim's kit there. So this Kim's kit, when you want to vote, you verify yourself as a voter first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after verifying yourself, it finds that maybe you are a voter. So now you proceed to the next step of you're now being given the election papers now to tick maybe those people you represent, the people you want to elect.
Right.
So maybe now here you vote.
Okay.
Then after that, then there is the counting.
Yes.
Counting of these votes that you've casted.
Yeah.
So they count, they finish. So after they finish your vote, then maybe there is they add with the total number of voters in that polling station, how much that candidate A has got, candidate B, C, and all that. Then they put all that in a form 34A.
Okay.
Right.
So that is here.
That's for the presidential elections, right?
Yeah. So after this, now there will be this one. The returning officer at that polling station will take a picture of this from 34A.
Okay.
After verification and all agents have signed.
Okay.
So then he'll take a picture of this via the Kim's kit.
The Kim's kit has a camera on it.
They upload it.
They scan.
They scan it and upload to IEBC. So after this, on the Kim's kit, they'll transmit this to IEBC.
The IEBC servers.
The IEBC servers. So now the IEBC is there.
Okay.
So we have the IEBC. So the IEBC will get maybe form 34A from this polling station. So IEBC will keep on receiving these forms as counting proceeds. From the time the election starts until the time it ended. So they'll keep on receiving this form after the counting is done in each and every polling station. So they'll be receiving these forms. So after that is when there is tallying of all these votes in all these polling stations. So there'll be, let's say, tallying of the votes.
Okay.
So on the tallying of the votes, now this where we will see how many votes did Jagero got in polling station A, how many votes did maybe Bismarck get in polling station A, and all that. Then they distribute it per candidate. Then now, after the tally and verification, IEBC will display for us this form. I think they normally display it on their website.
After the tally and verification.
After the tallying and the verification,
Yes.
they'll display this form.
Okay.
And before they display, this result on this form will have been distributed to candidates.
What is the meaning of tallying?
Counting.
Tallying is now, you see, they are receiving a lot of forms.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're receiving from different polling stations, all the polling stations that we have in Kenya.
Okay.
So now the tallying is now maybe this form 34A. Your name is there, his name is there. You got 200 vote, he got 300 vote.
Okay.
So now they'll pick his 300 and your 200.
Okay.
Then they check again in Nairobi polling station A. How much did you got? You get 100, they add for you. You get maybe 50, they add it for you.
Is this manual or this is machine?
So this thing, the IEBC, I think it does it manually. That's why on the election day, you will see the hall with a lot of people there. They do it manually, I think so. I'm not that sure. But what I know...
Do you know if it is done manually?
In terms of the tallying
of
Form 34A on the polling station, yes, it's done manually.
It's manual polling station.
Count. After counting, then they tally.
Yeah.
At tallying, then they enter in the Form 34.
In the Form 34A.
At the polling station.
At the polling station.
Before they transmit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when this one goes there, then now at the IEBC now, in Bomas, this is where the distributions of these votes happen.
Okay.
Distribution.
Yeah.
Or tallying.
The tallying and the distribution,
okay.
yeah. This is where it happened.
Okay.
So now they check in each and every polling station, how many votes did you get in polling station B? They indicate that. Polling station B, they add it to what they had already indicated previously.
Right.
Polling station B, they also add until all the polling stations are done. So now after this tally, so now here is where we have the result display.
Okay.
The results are here.
So this is the UI and UX that we see.
So this is the flow
Okay.
of maybe the operation that happened in the IEBC. This the operation from the polling station until the result.
Okay.
So this happened. So from here to here is manual.
It's manual.
Is manual.
Completely.
So there is go back to it again. So there is Kingsway's primary school.
Yeah.
And then there is a vote that is done manually. But then what is the checks and balances before somebody votes? Because I remember when we were talking before, there are checks and balances that IEBC has to go through before. So I enter at Koloeng Primary School.
Yes.
Kingsway Primary School.
Yes.
What does IEBC check?
So
I have my voter card. What do they check?
First of all, they check if you are a registered voter.
Okay.
So they check this by you scanning
putting
your fingerprint on the KIMS kit.
Okay.
So this one happens here before you're given the voting papers.
Okay.
So you first of all verify yourself. Are you a voter? Yes. If you're not a voter, they'll check if maybe you're missing on the KIMS kit and on the manual register.
Okay.
So they check that.
So they have the digital copy of yourself,
Yes.
and they also have a manual.
Have the manual.
So if
of
the KIMS kit doesn't pick you, they revert back to the manual and check your name manually.
Yeah. Because the KIMS kit have various ways of maybe rejecting you.
Okay.
Maybe by the time you're putting your fingerprint, after that you went and maybe do some hard jobs now, your fingerprints. Yeah. So when you're just going to try, it fails. So they'll check on the manual register if you're there. So if you're on the manual register or on the digital KIM, they'll give you now the voting papers. Now you vote.
Okay.
So this is manually. You go and tick those that you want. Then you put on the voting box. Then from there, we have the counting. So the counting also will happen manually. They'll just count 1, Jagero 1. Remind me your name. Odhiambo 1. Ivo. Until all are done. So after all are done, they are being recorded in Form 34A. This Form 34A will be scanned by the KIMS kit and then transmitted to the IEBC. So this is now transmission.
This is all now digital.
This is now digital now to that point.
Okay. Because
this is now even digital.
But what is taking the picture though? Is it a KIMS? What is this KIMS kit? What is it?
So the KIMS kit is this gadget that fetch your data from the IEBC database and also verifies if you qualify to vote.
Okay.
Then KIMS kit also transmits this Form 34A.
Because Yamo was talking about scanning. This is the same gadget that scans.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
So it has a camera on the back.
Oh, a camera.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a digital scanner.
Yeah,
It just
so
looks at it.
Yeah, so
it
it
does. You do not
scans.
pass the paper through it.
Yeah.
It
It's
takes
just
a photo.
Okay.
like your phone. You can put a paper down, then you.
Okay.
There are these digital scanners app. You can download and do that.
Right.
So this one, take an image of this, then send it to IEBC. So on the IEBC, it will land on their servers. So when it lands on their servers, the people doing the tally at the IEBC will be able to and get this form from this polling station. So at this point, they'll know that a form from this polling station has already been submitted. So they tally it. They know how much did you get, how much does he get, and the other person. How many votes are rejected and all that. So they do all that, and also in the form 34H will indicate how many registered voters were in this polling station, how many people have voted, rejected vote, and all that.
Right.
So after that tally, then we have now the result of this person. So the result will be tickling in as per how these Form 34A are being transmitted.
Okay.
You see, they can't be transmitted once. So let's say polling station A is already done with the counting. They'll transmit their Form 34A. Maybe polling station B has not finished. So it will depend with the time at which each and every polling station is done with their countings, so that they transmit their Form 34A. And also, the IEBC, I think the laws requires of them, after this transmission, this form also should be delivered physical copy. After that. So I think that's...
Why do we need the copy? You can speak, yes.
The reason why they usually need the copy, you see, from the form
close to the mic, yeah.
Okay, yes, thank you. So you see from the Form 34A that is coming from the polling station, you see at that point we still don't know who is the winner at the constituency level, even from the MCA. So these forms are moving towards the constituency level and of course to the returning officer up there. That is the county level, where now the votes are going to be tallied within that county first, so that we know who is the governor or the governor-elect.
So these forms are going to the county?
They are going to the county and by road. And that is after the online transmission. So the online transmission is done by the presiding officer at the polling station. And then it goes to the Bomas of Kenya. That is where, of course, in the IBC server. And the officers at the Bomas of Kenya are there waiting to tally the presidential results, because that is where the interest is, right? So the one that is moving physically is first heading to the returning officer. That is
the county level.
At the county level. Because again, they want to tally all the votes within the county and then distribute it to whether it is this MP, the senator, the women rep, and of course the governor.
Okay.
So from that point, that is when again now the forms we now have Form 34A and then Form 34B.
Okay.
Now Form 34B now is having the results from the county level, and now we are moving now straight to Bomas, now the national level.
Okay.
Where now we are moving with the Form 34A that we had all away from the polling station, and of course the Form 34B
for the
that
county.
we're moving to the tallying center now, to the national. Yes.
Okay, that is interesting.
Then you have the Form 34.
So that is why.
Yeah,
that's why as we look at what is happening on NTV or Citizen, that is the reason why they call them provisional results, because we still do not have both the forms with us. Why are we calling them provisional results, Diambo?
Because the media has no mandate in Kenya to declare. Declaration is vested upon the returning officer, who is the IBC chairperson, especially for the presidential vote. Is the only one who can return the result.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Anybody else is not allowed to
provisional
declare.
results here actually mean the actual results. It's just that it's not official from IEBC.
It's just that you cannot declare. It's just like you cannot declare somebody dead, clinically dead.
Yeah, but
a doctor who is qualified.
But in the United States, they actually call it.
Yes, the media calls it. It's their culture. Here we have to put some phony institution called IBC to declare things we can count and anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So this now the structure of how maybe IBC works in terms of the voting is concerned. So this how
so
they
if
work.
you are a techie and you are asking yourself, okay, you have been employed by if somebody were to be employed by IEBC to foolproof the system, Okay. Where does he put a lot of his effort? I imagine that is at the transmission level. That is why they put their effort.
Yeah, here at the transmission level, at the server and the databases, and normally the tally happens with whatever is recorded in the servers. So at the servers here, this where like all the tech is required.
Okay.
To ensure that from the KIMS kit here, this data is secure and it will be transmitted securely to the server. Because if now we have a leakage of security here, then it means this data can be blocked before landing on the server.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about that? What do you mean by blocked?
Okay. There is an example that I had, and I don't want to use it. It might be a bit.
Okay. Avoid what you need to avoid.
Okay.
Kenya is watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's assume in the KIMS kit,
Okay.
you're transmitting this to the server.
Okay.
Then if maybe the security of the KIM is faulty, I myself, let's say I'm a hacker, or maybe I'm a tech person who is interested in this and want to manipulate the votes, then now I can come in between and delays the transmission. Then upon the delay, I can download this data that was being transmitted, edit it, and retransmit.
Okay.
You get me? So let's say Jagero had, let's say, 300 votes. Then I'm here.
At the polling station.
At the polling station. Then I'm here. Then in between here, I pick this form, then I change it to now Jagero has 250. Then transmit this.
Okay.
So whatever IEBC will get here will be a totally different things with what happened on the ground.
Okay.
And I think in this last election, Raila had a very big issue with this.
Okay.
Yes.
But, Odhiambo, and this is where I want you to come in, we have a stopgap. We even though you have captured my 250 there, my 50 votes there, and changed them over above the where this is where the trees start becoming very slippery. All right? And somebody is on those trees, somebody that are known, a dark force is there and manages to change. But we are ultimately waiting for the original one that is coming by road. Remember this gentleman talked about something coming by road. What then happens? So it's useless for you to do that.
It's not useless because you see IEBC can declare result even minus the physical one. You remember in the last election, they declared result minus some of the physical.
Okay.
So we assumed that all that was transmitted is okay. And remember, the one that are being transmitted, the results are being tallied before the physical ones arrive.
Okay.
The moment each and every polling station are done, let's say the election normally end at 6. 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So at exactly, let's say 10, we normally already have results trickling in on our TVs. So do you want to assume at that time there is a form that had already left the polling station to bomb us? There is not. They normally tally the ones that are transmitted, and they start showing us what is transmitted. So what is being brought to the physical, we normally don't know if they were checked or not.
And they are never checked. Odhiambo.
So we don't know if they are normally being checked or not.
The volume.
I'm listening.
The volume.
Let me just listen. Class.
Okay.
So we don't know at that time. Because normally after like 3-4 hours after the election is done, TV starts streaming results in. So how do they get these results? And at that time, all the physicals have not been.
But that's why I thought they're called provisional results. That's why I was thinking that they're called provisional results. That's why I was thinking they're called provisional results. Turns out provisional means something else. They just can't declare. But they're actually results.
Yeah, they're actually results, but they don't declare.
Okay.
But they are actually results. But at that time, we had already started seeing.
Somebody is saying that it is not true. A hard copy must be presented to the headquarters. Okay.
The what must be presented at the headquarters? What must be presented at the headquarters?
You're saying that it is not true. A hard copy must be presented to the headquarters. That I imagine that is the Bomas of Kenya.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, ideally, that is very true. It usually must be submitted.
That's the law. That's what the law
that is
says.
the requirement. But again, now it differs with what happens.
Okay.
We are not sure because at some point I realized they were already telling the results at the Bomas of Kenya when they were still saying, you always hear these stories of we are still waiting for a returning officer from Marsabit.
Who doesn't show up?
Yeah.
He's not showing up for like 3 days.
And Edwin is also saying, Jagger, once Form 34A leaves the KMSCAT electronically, you won't change the results of the polling station because a paper copy of it remains inside the ballot box. That is others being with agents.
Sorry to say, that is being myopic in terms of how IT works. It is very manipulatable. A Form 34, it's a document that comes with either PDF or JPEG, especially JPEG. It's very editable.
And then the other person is also saying, Gitonga is saying all presidential results are declared at the polling station.
That is true.
The court ruled that.
That is true.
No need for bombers anymore.
That is very true.
But we still have this workflow.
You know, there's something that this gentleman is saying, which the people of the net need to understand.
Okay.
That there's a process of transmission for projection. Because Kenyans are not patient enough, of course. You transmit and display because they want to know what's going on. It's hygiene.
Yeah.
That is done. But the final declaration needs to be done in the hope that this this transmission plus the
physical
verification of the physical one are actually tallying.
But
if you look, let me give you an example. If you look at 2020 election declaration, you will remember that by the time there's a declaration by Chebukati, about 15 of these Form 34Cs or something had not arrived at Bomas. Or we were not even told what happened with these Form 34Cs. Unfortunately, what didn't happen is that when we went to court, we didn't have proper data on whether these Form 34Cs were not reconciling with whatever was found on the internet. Because for you to access those Form 34Cs, you had to be specific to the court and tell them, this county, and that county, or this polling station, that polling station, and that polling station, we are suspecting that there's an issue. So of these ones, we need the ballot boxes opened because the ballot boxes always have it. Once the election is done, the Form 34A that is left at the polling station is left inside the ballot box. So the court has the power to call. Remember, you cannot open that ballot box after, unless by court order.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
They're sealed.
So yes, so you must be specific in your request, in your ask to the court, that you have identified polling station XYZ.
Okay.
That's why the court asked the Azimio team, if you remember, can you show us one polling station where there is a problem in terms of the Form 34A, so that we order for that Form 34A to be brought here against the form that we have from the internet that downloaded.
Okay.
If there is inconsistency, we will cancel this election.
All right.
Azimio was not able to produce even one.
Yeah.
So where this thing happened
because so why were they suspecting and at the end of the day they were not able to produce?
It was managing expectation. I told you, 2022 election was proper. The election that was not proper was 2017. If I'm lying, this fellow can say.
So this one was
stolen. Clean.
Anyway, that is fine. That is interesting. Okay, so then we are trying to come up with ways of trying to duplicate what IEBC is doing. I don't know whether duplication is the correct word.
No,
what is the word?
It's not a duplication. You see, when, let's say, presidential elections are normally happening, each and every presidential candidate is allowed to have their own tallying centers.
Okay.
So they don't duplicate IEBC, but they just come in as an alternative to fact check what IEBC will announce, it's correct with what they are doing, with what they tallied.
So for example, a governor.
So a governor can also have his own tally if they want to check. Let's say, I think they normally have to check the returning officers' results will match what they have, and also to prepare them in any outcomings. If maybe he'll win, now he'll know that he's the one winning. If he's losing, now he'll know he's the one losing. I think that's why they have all these agents.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then enters Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Poly 1, Poly 2, Poly 3, Beta 1.
On these
Beta
ones.
2. So probably you can contextualize for people of the internet by talking about what you are building. So I imagining that you're building for politicians who want to take advantage of, I have used 50 million in this election. I want to follow it up and make sure that everything is all right. Everything is going to be all right, correct?
Yeah. So first of all, before we go to this, then I think it's better if the people of internet knows where these things are.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll start with that. Bismarck will explain the platform that we are trying to build.
Okay.
Then after that, he'll tell you what the system entails to do. What is the system? How will it help now the citizens and now maybe the political class? Then now we come and explain this.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay, thank you so much.
You can. We don't have the. You can actually explain from there.
From there, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to explain from there. That
No. This is a bit technical. You can just explain
so you can
the
just
system.
explain the rough part. Okay.
Yeah.
Your literature.
Yeah.
Let me explain the literature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think somebody might ask themselves why we decided to come up with this solution.
Yeah.
It's because, of course, we must have realized there's a niche or there's a weakness to what IEBC is having. From the previous explanation that my brother here was trying to elaborate. So what we developed, of course, we are saying it's an AI platform, purely managed by AI models, because we believe that AI are more accurate than human beings. So that's why we entrusted AI on doing such a particular thing to avoid a lot of what we may call errors and, of course, interventions, human interventions, of course. So the platform we are having is called Polify Kenya. It's a civic intelligence. When we say it's civic intelligence, we mean that it's meant to educate the Kenyans at large. But what we are saying, we are not saying that we are giving a solution only to politicians. We are trying to give Kenyans a parallel tallying center, because from what we see, it looks like the Kenyans do not trust a centralized tallying center. So we are coming up with a solution where Kenyans can have their alternative way. Because from the previous elections that we have had, you realize that we depend mostly on the IEBC and the media. So if citizen does not say something on what Raila or Ruto is having, then we are left in the darkness. We don't know what is actually happening. And unfortunately, what happens is that at some point the media stops. At some point they stop. I don't know for what reason, but you find that they stop showing us the results as they are streaming, right? So we are coming here in a way that Kenyans are able to follow these results from the time they are entering the polling station to the constituency level where we are meeting the returning officer, and then out to the national tallying center, that is the bombers, right? Yeah, so we are trying to solve the issue with the opaqueness of what happened in the tallying process. So that's what entirely the polling platform or the Polify Kenya platform involves. But of course we have several models. I can tell you that this platform has been built with around 27 AI models that we have built within the platform, and we have trained them to do a particular or specific jobs in that for every model that the AI is assigned to. Like what I think we will be showing you in a few, you will realize that each AI agent has a given or a specific role that it will be able to do. So we are trying out also not to overload a particular model, in one task, right? Or in several tasks, so that we are able to increase on what we are calling the efficiency of our models. So generally that is what our platform is about, but of course there are several models like the political parties, where we are able to help parties register members within our platform. That's what we are saying. And then of course we have an IBC. So this one is the civic education part, where Kenyans are able to get more information or detailed information about the IBC. What is required of them in the election day? Are they required to take a photo of the Form 34A or taking a photo of their ballot paper? So all those things they're able to get within the IBC module, right? And then of course we have other modules that I think with time we are able to discuss. But we have another one that is important, which is we have the civic part, which of course we have the constitution. We're able to educate Kenyans more on what is their right. Especially now, let's say you go to a polling station, you are voted. What is your right at that point? Should I be going home or should I be waiting for the results? Like what we say, Linda Kura, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what we are trying to develop. So we have a lot of modules within that platform that will be able to educate the Kenyans, and of course it will also be of importance to the politicians, because we have what we are calling a campaign headquarters that is managing the operations of all the politicians. And then we are having political parties, like what I said, mostly is helping the parties to manage their operations within their entities, right? And then of course several others like the justice system, where we realize that in the normal Kenya today, people, of course, they may intend to know their rights, but they fail to get the legal assistance from the advocates or the lawyers. So we came up with a system within this main system where a Kenya can actually get pro bono services from the lawyers who will be registered within our platform here. Yeah, so generally that is how our platform entails.
So the problem statement here is that there is opaqueness with the transmission question in Kenya, yes, or the tallying question.
Yeah.
Or is it transmission or tallying? Or transmission and tallying?
Transmission and tallying, because what is transmitted is what will be tallied. So if you have an issue with the transmission, we actually definitely have an issue with the tally.
So just quickly, I know you're taking us through, right?
Yeah.
Let's say there's monkey business going on in terms of the transmission and tallying.
Yeah.
Is this system able to identify as they stream in that there's a problem here?
Yes.
And that comes from where do you get your data and where does IEBC get their data?
Yes. So the system is built, so these AIs that we have 7 AIs.
So which platforms or did you build from?
So that one also will come in when I think I'll be explaining this.
All right, okay.
Yes, because all the flagship of the inconsistency in terms of tallying and transmission is handled by these AIs.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, take us to, let's see how this works.
And we are winding down the conversation. So I think you have just about 7-8 minutes.
Okay.
Tell us how that works.
Okay. So we've built this system. In our system, if you log into Polify, you can log in via polifykenya.co.ke or polify.co.ke. So we have the 2 links that we provide. So when you open the first page, you'll see the civic feeds, campaign HQ, then I think now the tallying center. So now the tallying center, we've offered this as an alternative to help us check and monitor what IEBC is doing, so that we know exactly if the result we are expecting from the IEBC is the real result that we wanted. Okay. So the tallying center alone, is built on 7 AIs. So these 7 AIs, they are the ones that we've listed here. We have Alpha 1, Alpha 2. So they share names, but they are different AIs. They do different functions. Then we have Poly 1, Poly 2, and Poly 3. Then we have Beta 1 and Beta 2. So in here, we have like 100%, the work that is done here is 100% AI. So these AI are tested. We've done a rapid test with the data on them, and we've seen the capabilities and the work they've been able to do. On the system also, we have the manual voter transmission. So apart from this, also we have the manual one. So let's assume you are an agent of maybe Ruto.
Right.
Then you happen maybe to be in this polling station. Then the votes are counted. Then you are allowed to take the picture of that Form 34A. Then you can also submit that to us to help us fact check. So let's talk about these 7 AIs. So the first one, we have Alpha 1. So Alpha 1 monitors the total number of registered voters per polling station.
Okay.
So as we speak, when you log into the system, Alpha 1 will tell you registered, not per region. Per region, it means per county.
Okay.
So Alpha 1, if you log in now, it will tell you how many registered voters are in Nairobi, how many registered voters are in Nakuru, Kiambu, and all that. And also, this one, it also monitors it. Let's say, currently we have people who are being registered as voters. So after the IEBC have updated that one, we will also have that update on our system.
It's automatically. Automatically.
The AI works automatic.
Okay.
So we don't have to do anything there.
Right, okay.
So it will update it automatically. Then, at the time of election day, this AI, this Alpha 1 will also be tasked to check the total number of voters per each and every region, per county. So we will know in Nairobi, we have 200,000 registered voters, but let's say 180 voted. Or if there is any differences, it will also tell us. Then we have Alpha 2. So before I go to Alpha 2, let me talk about Poly 3.
Would you allow me to ask a question?
Yes.
Why are you basing the total registered voters per region, whereas the legal unit of election is a polling station? And we know that there's no single polling station in Kenya with more than 700 registered voters. Why wouldn't you put it at the polling station and instead went for the region?
Okay. Alpha 1 tackle per polling station, but what we display is per region, because we display when you open the system, you will see the map of Kenya.
Okay.
So on the map of Kenya, you can't display all the polling station.
Okay.
So what we displayed is Alpha 1 factors in all the total registered voters per county. Then we display that. So when you log into the system now and you click any region within the map, you will see total registered voter in that region. So that's what Alpha 1 is doing, but it's taking per polling station. Yeah. Then we have Poly 3. So Poly 3 works hand in hand with Alpha 1. Poly 3, at the time of voting, is the one that will be collecting the total number of voters. Both those who voted via the KIMS kit and those who voted manually. So after collecting all that, then it will transmit to Alpha 1. Then Alpha 1 will display this to you as a citizen. So Alpha 1 displays, but this one collects.
Okay.
Yes. Then after that, we have Alpha 2. So Alpha 2 monitors the media stations. Across all media stations, what is citizen saying about candidate A, B, how many votes did they get in maybe this region and all that. So this Alpha 2 collects all that data and brings that to our tally.
Right.
Also, the same Alpha 2 collects the data from the IEBC. You see, after this result has been transmitted to IEBC, definitely IEBC will display this on their website. So it will go to IEBC website and capture that and bring it to our tally. You see? So with that one, we will have the result of IEBC, what IEBC is displaying. Then we have, after that, we have the Poly 2. We will skip Poly 1. Poly 2. So Poly 2 also monitors the entire country's social media. So it monitors what is Jagero saying about presidential candidate A. Was Jagero, let's say, an agent somewhere, and maybe it happens after the tally at that polling station, he took a picture of that Form 34A, maybe he post in his Facebook. Then Alpha 2 is responsible for picking that.
So it not only picks the sentiment, I believe it's a sentiment analysis tool.
Yeah, it can pick the image
And
that maybe
sentiment
he
as well.
posted and the sentiment.
So sentiment, it is picking in terms of the keywords.
The keywords.
Okay.
What are you saying about candidate A?
Okay.
As per where you were.
So the prompt of the keywords is the candidates. So,
Yeah, the
So you
candidates.
monitor what is being said about candidates.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is poly.
So it also monitors propaganda, right?
Clearly.
Yeah,
So analysis is
everything.
basically
It
propaganda.
monitors everything that is said about that person, and maybe if there is an image of any result that was posted, so it picks that. So after it picks this, it will hold it.
Somebody's asking, can Alpha 1 get number of registered voters per polling station?
Yes, it can. But now we don't display per polling station, we display per county. Because we can't display all polling station, because we are using the Kenyan map to display that.
Who is using the Kenyan map?
Alpha 1 is using Kenyan map. If you log into the system, you will see the Kenyan map.
Okay.
And in the Kenyan
And
map,
what is the IEBC using? Which map?
IBC is
No.
uploading them on their website.
IEBC is
Download.
just uploading
Yeah,
as
and all the-
files.
There are about 47,000.
Yeah,
from
so
34S.
there are
You cannot
there are a
download
lot that's a lot of data that we can't give maybe to you to consume. You won't finish. So we try to simplify it to your ability. You see, if there are only 47 counties, you can go through each.
So basically, you aggregate from IBC.
Yes, we do that. Then we display it
So
there.
Alpha 1, just to be clear, sorry, I know I could be interfering, my apologies. Alpha 1 gets two parallel data sets. The first data set is IBC transmission as received. The second data set is the
Media
agents.
stations.
No. Alpha
The
1.
agents.
No, the agent is not here.
Where is the agent? Where are you receiving the Form 34S? Your Form 34S.
No, we've not even got to the Form
Okay,
34S.
okay. My apologies.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah. So Alpha 1, let me just brush through very quick. Alpha 1,
Because you have no time.
yeah, very quick. Alpha 1 has the total number of registered voters,
Yeah.
per polling station, but we are displaying per county.
All right, that's okay.
So this data is being collected from the IEBC, what they have now. And also, Poly 3 will also be responsible to capture the total number of voters at that voting day per polling station, and those who have voted via KIMS-KIT and manual registrar. And then it transmits this to Alpha 1. Then Alpha 1 will display to us the total the total voters who cast their vote in that polling station.
Turnout.
Yes. Then after that is where we have the Alpha 2, which monitors the media house and the IEBC. So this Alpha 2, it picks from 34 A's from IEBC, the ones they display on their website. A's and B's from IEBC. And also it monitor what media houses are saying in this one. Then we have, now after that we have the Poly 2. So the Poly 2 monitors the social media, the entire country. What are people saying about all these candidates at this particular time that people are voting?
Why do you need that, by the way?
So this
Why
one,
do you need what Mr. Itubi and Mr. Odhiambo are saying on the internet?
so this one I'll tell you why we need this. I'll tell you why we need that. Then after that is when we have these two, Beta 1 and Beta 2.
Okay.
So Beta 1 and Beta 2, these are the most essential ones.
Okay.
Because Beta 1 and Beta 2, they're the one that picks the result from IEBC clouds, verifies, then after verification, it will flag out the inconsistency, then is when they'll transmit this to Poly 1. So our Beta 1 and Beta 2, they are the one that does the tallies, they are the one that do the fact check of all these forms, they are the one that now ensures that the form that IEBC took and the one that was in ground, they are the same. Okay. So this is where now the manual, you remember the manual that you are talking about, the manual uploads. So when somebody submitted the manual, manual form 34A, Bismarck was in the polling station, then he submitted the manuals.
Yeah.
Then this manual, Beta 1 and Beta 2 will take it.
Submitted to IEBC?
No, submitted to us.
Okay, so do you have, sorry, again, do you, what is the capacity, what is your capacity of 47,000, to monitor the 47,000 plus polling stations, that then you will get the Form 34As? Or you're not doing Form 34As?
No, we are interested in Form 34A.
Okay.
Because that
interested in doing?
We are, actually, that is our interest, because Form 34A is from the polling station.
So how are you going to get the Form 34S? How are you collecting the Form 34S, basically?
So first of all, our Beta 1 and Beta 2 are collecting these forms independently on the cloud. You remember the IEBC is transmitting this.
Yeah.
So we collect it from the IEBC. So we're interested in
So IEBC is the primary
forms.
source of Form 34A?
Yes.
Okay.
So we get this. So even minus this one, we are able to get the Form 34As.
Minus IEBC?
Minus this manual.
Okay.
We are able to get that. All the forms.
Yeah, from IEBC, relying on IEBC.
Yes. So this Form 34A and B, the Beta 1 and Beta 2, after collecting this is where all the verification and fact check happens. This where now Beta 1 and Beta 2, you see all these AIs, after each and every one of them has collected their own data.
Right.
Now we have something called dialogue. And this dialogue, it happens within a short time.
Right.
Short time is seconds, milliseconds,
it's seconds,
minutes.
Milliseconds actually, the dialogue. Before they agree to pass this form to Poly 1, they have already, all of them have already dialogued.
Okay.
Beta 1 and Beta 2 have consulted Alpha 1 that check this form. Is the total number of voters in this form correct? Now Alpha 1 will check the total number of voters, people who were registered in that place was this. The total number of people who voted according to our result from the KIMS kit and manual registered are this. But what is this form saying? This form is saying otherwise. So now that one we have a flag. We have something to say that this form is not consistent. So if it's not consistent, now that form is flagged.
Okay.
In our system, there is a place below the map where all the flags forms are being indicated.
So when Jiggy can come to you and say, give us the flags.
So we have, and even all these forms that are collected, even these forms that are collected, when you go to a presidential list on our system up there, there is a button. When you click that, you will be able to get all the forms that we have. You can download, you can preview on the system.
So
you see,
I don't know if you are just finished first. I have
so the
number of questions.
The manual submission only help Beta 1 and Beta 2 in verification. Then after the verification is done and the form is correct, then Beta 1 and Beta 2 transmit it to Poly 1. Then Poly 1 now does the distribution to candidates.
After the dialogue in millisecond.
Yes.
So the dialogue here, if I understand it, and people of the internet would also want to do dialogue here, simply means that we are talking to each other. Are we in agreement?
In agreement.
That this is what happened.
And
this
also
is what we should ultimately give to Odhiambo. Who is our basically this place is called Poly?
Poly 1.
No, the entire entity. It's called
Polify.
Polify.
Yeah.
So Odhiambo is your client. So Odhiambo as your client will only be served by Poly 1.
Yes. So Poly 1 is the one that indicate candidate A as this vote, candidate B as this. When another form enters, then maybe the result fluctuates.
Somebody is asking you, what are you going to rely on if the government decides to shut down the internet?
Let me finish. There is a litany of questions.
A litany of questions.
A litany. You give us time.
There is a question that you asked about Alpha 2, the social media, why we need this.
Right, that's Jagero.
Or is Jagero who asked? So we need the media house and the social media. Because at the end of Beta 1 and Beta 2 collection, they'll have a dialogue. And in them having this dialogue, we will need to have a very detailed verification. You see? So in this detailed verification, this one will come with a total number of voters and those who voted. See that? This one will come with what the media is saying and what the IEBC is saying. This one will come with maybe those collected forms that people have posted. Mm-hmm. And let's say if Beta 1 and Beta 2 flags, maybe IEBC is saying that you got maybe 1,000 votes, and he got maybe 1,500. And in the manual, the vote that was casted there, he was ahead of you. You see? Then now, that one, now we can come and check. Is social media, this guy who posted this Form 34A, is he telling us the truth? If he's telling us the truth, we also check what the media is saying. What is the media saying according to that? Again, what is this manual submission that was submitted? Is it still saying that you are the one who led as opposed to Jagero? So all these are just sources of verification, so that we make sure that whatever Poly 1 will display, it's completely factual 100%. And also the flags that Beta 1 and Beta 2 will display, they are really factual flags that actually happened. So these flags, also they are being checked in this way. Let's say Alpha 1 said that maybe the total number of registered voters in Nairobi is 200,000. And what Beta 1 and Beta 2, let's say what Alpha 1 got from IEBC is that the total number of voters are exactly 200,000, and there is no one who missed voting. So that one we will get after they have dialogue. This one have given us what he got from the IEBC. This one have also given us the exact total number of people who voted. So we will know exactly how many people voted, how many people didn't vote, and how many, what is the result according to IEBC. How many people voted? Because in some circumstance, you find that 200 people are registered voters in Nairobi, but 250 people will vote. Yeah, okay. So those kind of questions.
Now to your questions.
All right, let's start from one. I think it's a very beautiful system that you guys have come up with to help understand or to help improve the openness of tallying and transmission. Yeah. I have the following questions. Question number one.
Yes.
AI hallucinates, right? Mm-hmm. What is the assurance that your AI system will not hallucinate? Because, for example, I decide to run a propaganda telling center.
Yes.
That I actually have positioned, because I want to lead a misinformation. Let's say I want to rig the election.
Yeah.
And I've positioned guys in about just 10,000 centers, 10,000 polling centers.
Yeah.
Because propaganda has money, and I can deploy 10,000 people to give me results, and I manipulate them speedy using a counter AI. Okay. Then I share those ones online in a very nice way that it has a national effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Will your AI be able to pick that what I'm sharing is hallucination or is false as compared to what IEBC is sharing? That's the first bit of that question. It got a mouthful. The second bit of it is this.
Yeah.
In the transmission between capturing at the KIMS kit and transmission, there's a mirror server effect that I can introduce.
Yeah.
Now, when I introduce a mirror server effect, that's when I successfully delay the transmission. So that I do the editing, right? So let's say my other farm or my other body is busy intercepting.
Yeah, this.
And also sending to IEBC a different result. Okay? So we are relying on you. We are relying on Polify to give us quality, open data that is verifiable.
Yeah.
But Polify's primary source of data is IEBC, which I can manipulate.
Yeah.
Of course, it's manipulatable. We know that in terms of transmission.
Yeah.
Okay. When we go to querying in court, we will find those things. But manipulating transmission is doable.
Yeah.
Now, what is the confidence that you're giving me as Odhiambo, as a voter, that if I use your system, I will be able to verify with surety, like Google does for American elections, that I know that this number of votes is actually the truth? Because you don't have the capacity to deploy 47,000 agents.
Yeah.
Let's start from there. That's the first question.
So the first question you asked that when, let's say, you employ 10,000
propagandists,
and then you put them outside there to spread fake news on the social media.
Exactly.
Of course, our Alpha 2 will definitely capture that. But you remember, Alpha 2, which captures the social media, is the result from Alpha 2 is not being transmitted to Poly 1 for distribution. This is just for fact checking. So there is nowhere the result from social media will be used.
So you're using the results from?
But if the opposition is creating propaganda, why do you bother with Poly 2? Why are you checking social media, by the way?
So we are checking social media because now you know what is happening.
Or you are just panicking?
We are just trying to verify these votes. In social media, there might be happen.
There is something that IEBC, that the court say, that the elections must be verifiable.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you go to the verifiability of this, they're not actually talking about people who are yapping on TikTok, are they?
No.
So that's the question. I wonder why they're looking at, at Durjagero on TikTok, talking about votes have been stolen in Kondele.
So we are not going to look for maybe you saying that votes have been stolen. We are looking at your social in terms of maybe you are an agent of a presidential candidate. So at the end of it, you took a picture of that, then maybe share.
Okay.
Because you remember in the last election, people were sharing those Form 34As.
My question still is.
You see?
My question still is. I love the system. My question still is. What's your primary source of data?
It is IEBC.
Our primary source of data is IEBC.
This
in
IEBC,
all these forms.
Good. This IEBC is what we are trying to check.
Yes.
Give a point.
I think maybe let me chip in.
Yeah.
What Sami may not maybe is not confident in telling you.
Yeah.
At which point, you need to ask us, at which point are we capturing this form? You should remember there's a distance between the polling station, that is why we'll now regard it the Kim's kit, right? At the polling station where we are capturing the Form 34A, and then we have an IEBC server somewhere.
Okay.
So our Beta 1 and Beta 2 are somewhere in between the IEBC server and the Kim's kit. So we are capturing them on cloud.
Okay.
We are not actually taking the results after the IEBC server. Remember, what IEBC displays in their portal is after whatever lands in their server, then is transmitted to their portal. So our two agents, maybe I can repeat it again. What we are saying, Beta 1 and Beta 2, we have trained them, even in terms of speed, in a way that they can capture the results as fast as possible the moment they land in the moment they are uploaded from the Kim's kit.
Okay,
so but we are saying we are capturing them on cloud.
So make an idiot like me understand.
Yes, yes.
Kim's kit is transmitting.
Yes.
The first place that these results go to is the cloud.
Yes.
Before it enters IEBC
server.
IEBC server.
The server, yes.
So you are capturing it up there.
Yes, yes. So that is how
there's an interface where the cloud shares.
So
and that is the problem, and that into illegality because for example, and this is the other question that I wanted to ask them: Does IEBC have API?
Yeah.
Application interface where they actually pick? Because if you have a system, okay, if you have a system. And IEBC is saying that there are people that are qualified to get this data, and I imagine that they have got a conversation with the observers, observing bodies. They have got an arrangement with the media. where they can actually apportion an API, whereby after IEBC, they create an API, an interface, where this, pre-approved organizations can actually capture that data. So as it leaves the IEBC server to what we can see on the IEBC internet, there is an arrangement there that happens. But so, if you introduce yourself between the form and the KIMS kit, then you are either, you have no agreement with IEBC to do that.
You are hacking in good faith.
So we are
because there is nothing like hacking in good faith, because
no. We have white hackers, which
yeah, but
if they're hacking in good faith, is trying to test the system.
No, I think the idea of hacking, the idea of hacking there and good hacking does not materialize.
There's a question I'm asking here. These guys are able to get Form 34A before it goes to IEBC server. Which means, what I want to understand is that in this cloud, how are they able to get it? Because the understanding is that the IEBC system is so tight that if it leaves the KIMS kit, it is encrypted, going straight to the server, that nobody in between can get it. That's the imagination. Of course, we know that you can get it. Yeah. So what I'm asking is to explain to the audience, how do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So you see, we can't be able to deploy the entire country with agents.
Okay. Right.
So now we've decided to use the Beta 1 and Beta 2. So now the Beta 1 and the Beta 2 are entitled to capture that Form 34A. So what we are doing here is that, you see, let's assume this is the KIMS kit. And there is the distance between the KIMS kit and the IEBC. See there? Right. And then, this is now the transmission. The IEBC, between the KIMS kit and the IEBC, there is encryption. Which means this data coming out from here to this other side is encrypted. You see that? Okay, normally, like in the last year's election, you see the media houses, they were tallying their own tallies.
Yeah.
Which means they had an agreement with IEBC to do that. And maybe they were doing it through an API, or so if there is an API, then it will also, by the time it's being transmitted to the IEBC, it's also being transmitted to them also. So this one, it happens when there is an agreement with this. But what we are just trying to do here, the AIs, what people doesn't understand is this. AI is a powerful tool. AI is so powerful. It's not like the same way we normally, if let's assume you study AI properly, you will know what the AIs are able to do. But these AIs, they are not open AIs that, let's say like Gemini or Claude or that. So these AIs that are working here, they are the AIs that we've modeled them. We've been able to actually give them commands to what they have been able to do. So as we are here,
because
between this and this,
and this is my problem.
Let me just finish, then you ask.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So we are here. So in the system, there are two ways of maybe getting a source.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one, you can bypass this and get your data if you want. And when you bypass that,
what is bypassing in tech? That is hacking.
No, you're not hacking. When you hack, you have the ability to get the document and re-inject back. But we are not re-injecting.
You're just obtaining.
Yes. We are obtaining.
Without a proper API.
So, okay, another one. So, this one, it has this ability to do that. It has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
But now, what we are also planning to do, we have our legal expert that is also handling this.
The beta 1 and beta 2.
The beta 1 and beta 2.
Okay.
So we are also going to liaise with the IEBC if we will get to get it direct from the KIMS kit to us.
Yes. Oh, so you're working on it.
So this one is being worked on already.
Okay, so yeah, because I think that is very important because the issue of IEBC is very sensitive.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are talking to people who understand a lot of this tech because if you look at in 2025, 2026, IEBC has publicly stated it was pursuing a secure API connection with Kenya's Integrated Population Registration System, IPRS, for ID and passport verification during voter registration. And that suggests that machine-to-machine APIs for official use, not public developer access. Okay? So I think there is, and I've always never understood why IEBC is not able to provide API for use, because what they will simply do is to interrogate the person that is asking for API, because they can't give it to all Kenyans. All right, so you must have demonstrated.
I think genuinely Chiloba was a phony person.
Yeah.
And he was not, because he was doing monkey business inside. That is definite. He was a very phony character. But moving forward, I think we can, and there's that already admission that they're trying to issue these APIs.
Yeah.
I think as we move forward, we'll see some development.
So what I believe
and if IEBC is going to introduce API, the question is, as a techie, at what point should they introduce it? Is it within this, the Strait of Hormuz?
so you know what will happen? What will happen with?
Is it Iran?
So
genuinely.
Yeah, genuinely.
so what now normally happens when because we were also thinking on how we don't get it after the IEBC has gotten the result. So now we engage our legal person here. But before this, we had this option.
Yeah, that option
is illegal.
Yes, this is illegal.
Yeah,
that option is illegal.
I'm happy you have cleared that, because we live in a state that is paranoid.
Yes.
And I would not like after this somebody speaking you guys up.
Yes.
Because they say, hey, what?
Yeah, because there is a Cybercrime Act.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it is important to say on a podcast which is watched live by people that the beta 1 and the beta 2 is still being worked on with your lawyers. You are trying to understand whether it is going to be doable or not doable.
Yes.
Because I also think that, and look, Odhiambo, I want to read for you something before going forward. It is actually on Cloud website. Just allow me, my brother.
Okay.
I want to find it so that I can read for you. It is an Anthropic website, and it is real. The idea of because, for example, for me, my idea is I don't want somebody to be taking hostage the IEBC website,
right?
Because when you take the IEBC website hostage, then a lot of people are in problems. Odhiambo, who has spent 50 million in Kabondo Kazipool, is in the dark. Everybody else is in the back. I want to read, where is this thing?
As you look for that, remembering about 2000 and, when did Musando die?
It's 2017
thereabout, right?
No, it was
about just July 2017 thereabout, just before the elections. I remember I saw Musando going on TV and say quite confidently, this election cannot be rigged, and of course we understand why it couldn't be rigged. It was very foolproof. Okay. And the people who are playing around the election system knew that there was a final key that had to be entered for the election to be manipulated. And seemingly Musando is the one who had that quote-unquote key. We don't know. These are all speculations. Then as Musando was here again, as he was somewhere in a club somewhere, he did mention, hey, this thumbnail, ndio kila kitu. Kama hakuna hii, hakuna, mwezi fanya anything. And the next thing we saw about him was something else. Do you have a prototype for this so far? Is that prototype that is functional?
Yeah.
Have you tested it with, let's say, Mbere North?
So you see, with this kind of function, it needs an election that will be transmitted on the KIMS kit.
Oh, so basically presidential.
presidentials.
Yes, all right.
So the presidential will be will be able to do this, but also for the MP, governors, and all that, we are able also to do that. But now with us one, we will liaise after the result is released. So that one is just publicity to publish.
Okay. Because
but with this transmission, now we are able now to do this.
My second question.
But can you allow me to read something here first? Because I think that one of the things as citizens of this country, we need to, because AI is really powerful.
Yeah.
And just the other day, Project Mythos was actually released. So this is what they say: we formed a project, Glasswing, because capabilities we are observed in a new frontier model trained by Anthropic that we believe could reshape cybersecurity. Cloud Mythos Preview is a general purpose unreleased frontier model that reveal a stark fact, Mr. Diambo. AI models have reached a level of coding capability where they can surpass all but the most skilled humans at finding and exploiting software vulnerabilities. Mythos Preview has already found thousands of high severity vulnerabilities, including in some major operating system and web browsers. Given the rate of AI progress, it will not be long before such capabilities proliferate, potentially beyond actors who are committed to deploying them safely. The fallout for economies, public safety, and national security could be severe. Project Glasswing is an urgent attempt to put those capabilities to work for defensive purposes. As part of Project Glasswing, the launch partners listed above will use Mythos Preview as part of their defensive security work. Anthropic will share what we learn so far. The whole industry can benefit. We have also extended access to a group of over 40 additional organizations that build or maintain critical software infrastructure. So this software has been given to Apple, it has been given to Amazon, it has been given to US government, it has given to everybody. So I think that, and by their own admission, they're saying that this thing is so powerful and so dangerous.
Also, just to
that we cannot actually allow it to be the hands of Sami.
Also, just to note, Anthropic just the other day, was taken advantage of. And their system was used in the Iran-America war, Iran-Israel-America war, and they had to put a halt to their AI systems that was helping, whether it was Iran or whoever, to throw back bombs at the interest of America. So it is interesting that we have a lot of things coming up. But my question is this.
Your question is this.
My question is this. So let's say the regime decides. They will not do it, but they decide. Let's just disable the capability of Polify. It's a website. Let's disqualify.
Let's run it out of town.
Let's run it out of town. Every internet, whatever else runs, but not this one. How effective do you become?
So you see, when we were developing this, we also add maybe such kind of ideas in mind. What if another person employs maybe a hacker or somebody else to pull it down? So we decided that this thing will be hosted in multiple ways to curb, let's say, the security of the system. So the system is hosted in separate bits. The database is separate from the servers, and the servers are also different from the deployment platforms. So we have the servers somewhere that are 5 different servers that we have already for the same system. So when server 1 fails, the server 2 picks up. And also this server, they have mechanisms of defense. So mechanism of defense in this way, when you try to penetrate through the servers, they first of all identify your IP address, and the reason you're penetrating, it blocks you automatically. So when it blocks you, the servers, they normally endures to pressure when there is a redundant request. So when there is that redundant request, of course this server will endure to that pressure, and server 2 will pick up. So there is no point in time that the system will be down. Before server 1 endures to pressure, server 2 already picked up. Then we have different databases somewhere also. Also, these databases are in 3 different databases. And they are interconnected. So we don't have database inside our servers. Like, let me give you for an example that maybe you know.
Right.
You know, maybe there is this hosting platform they call the cPanel. So I don't know if you know it. The cPanel. So in the cPanel, you can store your files and the database at the same time. But now in ours, our database and the files are stored separately. So they are separate. The files are stored in 5 different servers. The database are stored in 5 different databases. Then we have, like for example now, we have already 2 URLs to access the system. You can access it at polifykenya.co.ke and you can access it also at polifykenya.co.ke. These 2 URLs, they point to different deployment apps. And also, we have other like 10, which we have not shared now, but in case of anything, then we can now bring them up.
All right.
And also these servers and the database and all that, they are fully encrypted and they're fully secure.
In your own assessment,
Yes.
in the 2027 election and the IEBC preparedness, are you as a techie looking at the IEBC system and saying, you know what, it can be messed up? Is that your opinion?
No, I'm not saying that the IEBC election will be messed up.
Not election.
Yeah.
System can be messed up.
I think the correct question to that is anything can be messed up with you.
I'm asking him. There's someone I'm leading Jagiru.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we also need to stop now.
No, Jagiru, you stop telling us about time. We have a lot of time, Bwana.
So
where are you going? You want to sleep?
No, Bwana.
Okay.
I have my nocturnal activities. You can't. We need to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. Let's wrap it up.
Okay. So to our experience in the past elections, we've been having issues and issues and issues. Of course, before election, IEBC always guarantees us free and fair, credible election and all that. But then after election, we always have issues that there are these malpractices that happens. So what we are just coming to do is to give an alternative to ensure that what IEBC gave us is a factual result.
It's verifiable.
It's
So
verifiable.
basically, you're increasing the verifiability.
The verifiability of IEBC.
That's all you're doing.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Okay, great.
Since you put us with a ranker.
Yeah. We can pick this another time for sure.
But I like it. I like when our people use
this is what I am going to say on the onset is that this is a very good idea. That as techies, sometimes we build these things as projects. You know, we love it, we build it, but then we need to make sure that it's working for everybody.
Correct.
First of all, for me, I think that it is a very good thing. And for politicians, this is going to be a game changer for politicians who want to monitor. So long as you have agreed with IEBC, or there is a level of legality between what you are doing and what IEBC is doing.
Yes.
Because, for example, if it's done wrong, it cannot be it cannot be taken to court.
Yes.
Because the court will ask you, where did you get this information?
Yeah.
And you're telling them that, look, this is we snatched it.
Yeah.
And then your case dies immediately.
Evidence becomes illegal.
It becomes illegal because you cannot say that where is this kisu coming from? Where is the court order that gave you the opportunity to go and open their house and get the key? So we can't tell where you've gotten this.
You could be fixing this guy.
Yeah, you could be fixing this guy. So I think that you are gonna build this thing. I suggest that you have lawyers before you do anything, before you get into IEB server, before you start working with IEBC. Get lawyers, make sure that this is completely legal.
Yeah.
Make a prototype, make it work, have it tested by different organizations, and make sure that this thing is working. At the end of the day, I think this is what we need in Kenya.
I agree.
And for politicians who are looking and saying, okay, this is too big, how am I going to look at all these things? How can I have my eyes everywhere? Odhiambo is a political consultant. Probably politicians have come to him and told him, look, we want to have our eyes everywhere. But, you know, we are not IEBC. What can we do? What can we do? And I think they're very good things there.
Actually, there's a gentleman I will also connect them to. I'm working with that has developed something very beautiful, which is already being deployed somewhere in this country.
Yeah,
to help in
finessing it and making it and
he's a super guy. You will love it.
So that is what I would say. But again, I want to congratulate you for the great things that you're doing.
Good one.
We read about Silicon Valley. Yeah. We read about things that people are building out there, and people are getting billions. Somebody just sitting down in their kitchen and doing something, and suddenly US dollars. I mean, what a better way of starting the Kenyan AI journey.
Yeah.
So that is what I want to say. Congratulations.
One of the most celebrated people that I've seen developing something very complex.
Yeah.
Maybe I say something as we finish. So what we've come to realize as we were doing all this project is that at this day and age that AI has come now in tech, we've realized that AIs are very powerful and they can do more tasks at a very limited time that human beings cannot do.
Okay.
So in Kenya, I think we are very slow in adapting to AI. But I think even now when IEBC into this election, if they could do maybe more about AI into this general election, they could have maybe reduced the task of the IEBC and the time at which we wait for the result. Because what we are trying to do, if beta 1 and beta 2 we get on how we can get maybe the result from the KIMS kit, which we are still following, if this happen, then it means after the day of election, within 3 to 4 hours, we will have the result.
Within the same day, basically?
Yes, the same day.
Upon finishing of counting?
Upon finishing.
Because all countings end at about 12 midnight.
Yes.
Yeah, so which means by about 1 a.m., we should be able to know who has won the presidency.
Yes. If all the result is transmitted to IEBC, within 1 hour we have the result. Because all this, they done their tally in 1.2 milliseconds.
Can I shock you? In 2022, one of the presidential candidates, by 1 a.m., already knew that the result had come the way they came.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So development, responsibility, obedience to the law, we are home and dry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most important.
Yes. So thank you very much, people of the internet. It was amazing. We want to congratulate you. Want to thank you very much for gathering around this duel. You guys have asked a lot of questions. Some of them have been answered. Some are left to be answered by the people. You guys can go and check the website and see what they can do. If you're a politician and you want to partner with them and you want them to build for you something that is within the law, something that is responsible, that's something that's going to aid you, even in campaign, even in giving out funds to people. You know, I hear people are working with people are wondering, okay, how do I, give funds to the people that are helping with my campaign? So that is possible. Again, thank you very much. I want to thank Mr. Obunga for being on the deck, as always. I want to thank Mr. Sami. I want to thank Otto von Bismarck.
Otto von Bismarck. Bismarck was
and the Amutieno for holding fort, holding cloth for me in each and every conversation that we're having here. Right. The most important person in the room is the person that is watching. So thank you very much. Please consider subscribing. Hit on that notification bell. On the internet, please follow us where you get your social media dose. And until another episode, bye for now.
You work so hard. You show up every day. You do what's expected of you. But deep down, you know the truth. One paycheck shouldn't decide how your life turns out. But what if your evenings meant progress? What if your weekends built freedom? What if your laptop became more than just a screen? This isn't about quitting your job. It's about giving yourself options. While others scroll, you start building. Quietly, consistently, and on your own terms. No pressure, no guessing. Just a clear system you can run after work, before work,
or whenever life gives you a turn. That's what Goldmine on hustlesafrica.com is for.